Hi, Dad. Working on the next Willie Mays section, part 5, of which the first 2 weren't really about Willie. And the last one we heard about his most famous catch in the 1954 World Series. And Monty Irvin, who also came up before Willie did. He was the first player on the Giants who was black, saying that was a hell of a catch, Roomy. I didn't think you'd make it. I had it all the way, Mays said. Some years ago, I came up with something called the Willie Mays Hall of Fame. I came up with the idea because I often hear people complain about certain players getting into the Hall of Fame. They complain, the cat is blocking my view, Dad. They complain by saying, that's ridiculous. That guy was a good player, but the Hall of Fame is supposed to be for players like Willie Mays. Thing is, nobody's like Willie Mays. If he is the Hall of Fame standard, he's the only player in the Hall of Fame. He's not the only person you could say that about, of course. If the standard for the Hall of Fame was Babe Ruth, meaning that only excellent pitchers who basically invent the home run are eligible, then he would be the only member. If you want a young Hall of Fame, only 500 game winners eligible. Or a Ryan Hall of Fame, 5,700 strikeouts or beat it. Or a Cobb Hall of Fame, 366 batting averages for the career and above. Or an Aaron Hall of Fame, welcome to all players with 6,800 total bases. Yes, those will be one-person museums. But it's truer for Willie Mays than it is for anybody else. He could, as O'Neill used to say, beat you every way that you can be beaten. There is no one number or single achievement that you can use to sum him up. For Mays, you need to see everything. Look here. 189 different players hit 400 doubles in their careers. Mays hit 523. 162 different players hit 100 triples in their careers. Mays hit 140. 111 different players hit 330 homers in their careers. Mays doubled that with 660 homers. 239 different players stole 250 bases in their careers. Mays stole 338 bases. Individually, as you can see, these are difficult but not especially rare achievements. Mays cleared each of them by a substantial amount. Now, though, pull them together. How many players have hit 400 doubles, 100 triples, 330 home runs, and stolen 250 bases? Only one. That's Willie Mays. And that Bonds would be there except for the triples, I believe. Probably Aaron, too. If he could cook, DeRocher said, I'd marry him. But that's just the hitting and running. Now think of him roaming in center field. In every town, he would make a catch or a throw or both that boggled the mind, a catch that would freeze time for every person in the stands. Was that your greatest catch, reporters would ask him. I don't compare him, he would say, I just catch him. Now think of his baseball brilliance, the way he could anticipate what was going to happen next, the way he deeply understood every situation and all its possibilities, the way he would take extra bases like they were free mints, the way he would freeze base runners with a look, the way he would set up pitchers to give him the pitch he wanted. There have been only 2 authentic geniuses in the world, the actress Tallulah Bankhead said, William Shakespeare and Willie Mays. That's a good quote. Isn't Willie Mays wonderful, the First Lady of American Theater, Ethel Barrymore asked. And then for me, there's the biggest part of all. There was the joy. It is true that as the years went on, Mays grew tired and occasionally cranky. The fans didn't treat him too well when the Giants moved out to San Francisco. Candlestick Park, where he played 889 games, was a cold, windy, and desolate place, especially in the beginning, Dad, before they enclosed it by putting up stands all around the outfield. It was open to the wind initially. He, like every black man of his day, endured nastiness and racism. He went through a hard divorce. He had money problems. People tried to take advantage of him. And he finished his career with the Mets to the horror of all by falling down in the outfield. The only thing Willie Mays could not do in a baseball diamond was stay young forever. But even to the end, he sparked joy. What do you love most about baseball? Mays did that. To watch him play, to read the stories about how he played, to look at his glorious statistics, to hear what people say about him, is to be reminded why we love this odd and ancient game in the first place. Sorry, the cat is driving me crazy, Dad. Yes, Willie Mays has always made kids feel like grown-ups and grown-ups feel like kids. In the end, isn't that the whole point of baseball? Luth agrees. Come on, Luth. Come say hi. Come say hi, you silly cat. Yeah. When I say, look at the camera, look. Hey. Hi, Luth. Yeah, good girl. All right, Dad, that's the end of Willie Mays. Abetted by an animal who will not stop getting in the way. Hi. Love you, Dad.